All right, it's not very often I come out here and say, we see if we can help this person. And this is the issue my daughter had that she no longer has. There's a clinic in Clearwater, Florida called LifeWorks, and you can just search, LifeWorks, Clearwater, Florida. It'll come right up. But one of my Patreon members, his wife, is suffering from long-term Lyme disease, and I'll just read you their GoFundMe page, and I can attest to some of the things they're saying because my daughter had it, and nobody could figure out what's wrong with her. She's having some mental health problems, and see a psychiatrist, put her on the psycho meds. That's the solution. That's what everybody wanted to do. The experts. Nope, absolutely not. There's something else. I asked Spirit, please, I'm begging you, please show me, what will it take to cure my daughter, to fix my daughter? What do I need? And they give me this dream that I'm back in the Roman Empire days, like I went back to the future, back in time, and there's a woman there laying naked in front of me who I understand has like a sexually transmitted disease of some type. And they don't have antibiotic back in the Roman Empire days, but I knew somehow I had some in my pocket to bring with me. I knew it in the dream. And I tell the lady, take 2 of these a day, whatever like the prescribed amount was like normally. And I remember there was a guy, I don't know who he was, like almost felt like, is he the emperor? He's somebody with high power, like he's got power. And he was in like the next room over, and he was not happy about me wanting to give this lady in my dream 2 antibiotics to help cure her of her sexually transmitted disease, And I thought, well, why would you not want me to do that? Like I'm fixing somebody, in the dream. But I woke up and I'm going, Spirit, you just showed me antibiotic. We don't know at this time. We don't know what's wrong with my daughter. And I'm going to get to the GoFundMe page here for this other person in a second. And I'm like, you showed me antibiotic. My daughter's having some mental health problems, some other issues. Why did you show me antibiotic? What? I don't know how to interpret that because it's not literally, like there's no way. So she needs some kind of pills? Is that what we need to do? I'm struggling with this. So I do some research, and the National Institute for Health.gov website comes up, and they have a case study in there about a man, has kids, family, he's in his 40s, I think, at the time. But prior to that, being in his 40s, I think he was maybe in his 30s or late 20s, I'm not sure. And he had misdiagnosis, whatever, blah, blah. They finally figure out he's got Lyme disease. And it was causing, according to them, mental health issues and other issues. And they gave him antibiotic, which is the normal procedure for Lyme's. But that's when you first catch it early. This guy had already had it for a long time, didn't know he had it, was starting to have these issues. So they give him a dosage, I don't remember now, it's just a while back that I read this, but gave him a certain dosage, but only for like a couple weeks or a short period of time. But allegedly you're supposed to give it to him a longer period of time and maybe stronger amounts. I'm not sure. Again, a while since I've read this. But this is a study on the NIH, one of the authority sources that YouTube says, okay, if it comes from them, you can talk about it. So thank God for that, or I wouldn't even be able to tell you the damn story right now. Wouldn't be able to possibly help a person right now. Oh, you can't say that, video ban. So years later, it was still in him, right? So they wiped out a lot of it apparently, but it was still in him. It came back, had the same issues again. Exact same issues, health problem, mental health, everything else. Yep, he still tests positive again for Lyme. Their wisdom is let's not give them the more powerful dosage. Let's just send them to a psychiatrist, give them meds. See you later. That was the result. So somebody messaged me today on my Patreon, Joe, man, I need a little help. My wife's been dealing with this since at least 2016. She's having mental health issues, blah, 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 some other issues. And I'm going, this is the same issues my daughter had. And she tested positive for Lyme. I go, oh my God. We already took our kid to LifeWorks in Clearwater, a clinic. And they also did a lot of testing. It was thousands of dollars for the blood work and the different tests they ran. Maybe $3 or $4 grand. I don't remember the exact price. Just for the tests. But the test they ran and blood work they ran told them every single thing they needed to know. And yes, she did test positive for Lyme. And then I'm going, oh my God. And I did a video of this a while back, but it might have been on my other channel that's no longer in existence. And I'm going, oh my God, Spirit. I was kind of upset at Spirit for showing me this stupid, antibiotic. Why are you showing me that? My daughter has issues beyond that. What the hell is that about? Can you just tell me, And then I go, oh my God, that's the initial cure that doctors recommend. Not necessarily a cure, but the treatment for Lyme's when you catch it early on. That's the normal procedure. But when someone's had it for years, didn't know they had it, it gets worse. Again, the NIH study said this guy had mental health issues. That's now becoming a sign that, people may, at least one of the things they might have is Lyme. So I said, oh my God, this is exactly it. I go, it's kind of expensive. I go, but it is what it is. So I said, hey, this is the place. It's in Clearwater, Florida. I'll just say it this way. My daughter hasn't had any of the mental health issues anymore since she left that place. I'm not saying they cured her, or I'm just saying she doesn't have any of the issues we had concerns of with her after she left the place. Okay? And that was quite a while ago now. And she's doing great. No signs of that stuff. And I'm like, man, awesome. So this guy messaged me. They've got kids. Here's a background picture. And that's the wife and the kids. See what he's saying here. Since fall of 2016, Kristen has been fighting for her life, both physically and mentally. For 2 years and 11 months, Kristen was misdiagnosed. Shocker. My daughter was misdiagnosed the whole effing time. Put her on meds. Put her on the psycho meds. That was the solution of solutions. Put her on psycho meds. We said, F you. We're not going to do that. And I feel like I need to go, after I'm done with this video, I need to tell my wife, by the way, the psychiatrist and the other person that were telling us to do that with Emily, did you call them back? Leave a little note or an email to them. Oh, by the way, she was tested positive for Lyme. We went to LifeWorks in Clearwater, and you know the rest of the story. Seems to me you maybe want to let a psychiatrist or other doctors know this for future reference, right? Now, some of them are going to take that, and as soon as you throw it away, la 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 la, it's just a coincidence. Some of them will say, that's interesting. I'm going to remember that. And then when someone else comes in, they may say, you know what, we never tested you so-and-so for Lyme. Let's test them for Lyme. And then they test them, and maybe they'll test positive. Oh my gosh. Then they'll have their own data. So they can go, la 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 la, wait a minute. My data says they have Lyme too. Oh my gosh, we've never even been testing for this. Why? Because the protocols don't say to test for this. The protocols say, get them an expensive psychomedical treatment, drugs, meds. Make Pfizer and Moderna more rich. That's what the medical standards say. We couldn't accept that. I'm way too smart for that. I've got my spirit guides trying to help me out. That's not the solution. Got it, loud and clear. What is the solution? Antibiotics. Well, boom. It was within a day or two of the dream I see the article. It was like the only thing I found on the damn internet practically at the time. And then since then, which is only months ago, really, at the conclusion of this, there's been new articles popping up, medical journals and things about Lyme and misdiagnosis and mental health stuff. And I go, oh my God, there it is. It's finally starting to come out. So I'll put the link up to this exact page in the description box of my video. If anyone wants to help throw him a bone. Now I'm just going to tell you, for us, he's got a $47,000 goal, but strictly LifeWorks, what it should cost there. He didn't know about LifeWorks. I told him all about it just now. I'm about $17,000 probably to do the entire treatment, do the blood work, consultation, everything. It's probably gonna be about $17,000, because I think that's what we had to pay for Emily, my daughter. So having said that, I'm going to put this link up in the description box. It's one of those times I'm going, I did tell my Patreons about it. It's like one of our Patreon members on there, been around since 2019 in my Patreon group. And believe me, there's people that from time to time, Joe, I need to help someone, and I'm like, this isn't for me. I'm not supposed to help. Like, I'm not feeling like this is it. No, I'm sorry to hear that. And that's it. And then there's other times, no, you need to do your thing. Do a video, tell Patreon, do something. This person needs the help. Like, you need to get involved. And this is one of those times. Immediately upon reading that, I already knew, oh, okay, they're gonna need some money. Crypto market's down right now. Times are tough, right? And I mentioned to somebody in the comment section, I said, it's times like this, like right now, where I wish I found one of those damn treasures out in New Mexico. Like, I already had it, I already found it, and I can go, you know what, 17K. You got a PayPal account, or maybe I'll just wire it. You gotta give me your wire information. I'll wire it to you, or I'll contact the health clinic. I'll pay for the treatment. So that way I for sure know the money went where it's supposed to, and you can bring your wife, or in this case your wife, down, and hell, I might meet you out there for lunch for fun. But I imagine struggling and suffering through this. And they say, the rumor, the ticks, you get bit by a tick, and my daughter got bit by a tick in Tennessee when we moved out there. We all did. Lyme disease comes from ticks. Well, where does it come from the ticks? Well, they said it was in a bio factory lab, and but it escaped. That was the initial story we heard about Lyme disease. That was the official story. And people are suffering from this and don't know what it is, don't know that they even have that. Like they said, misdiagnosed for years now. And then they finally figured out. And once you figured out, oh, that's the solution, you go get the solution. So again, if I had the money, like just easily access right now, boom, not gonna hurt me too bad. Here you go. And that treasure could do that. Boy, if I had one of those treasures, oh my God, the amount one of these things would be worth would be enormous. And again, even right now, markets are down. Well, gold and silver aren't down that much right now, even though I did have a dream. Really low price of silver, shocking low price, like stupid low, and gold dumped with it. That's going to come, and then maybe we rocket after that. I don't know, but I think the paper markets are going to be destroyed, and that'll be when that happens, in my opinion, for gold and silver. But even then, if silver's $6, let's say, see, there I go again. Spirit's like, no, you gotta tell them the price. I was a Patreon only information. Nope, $6. Tell them. I like. You sure? Yeah. Okay. I saw $6. They showed it to me. And gold, I saw it first. Saw the price. And it was shocking drop. Like, whoa. Saw the price. Couldn't remember the price at all. I felt like even in the dream, after I already saw it, I already forgot it. And then when I woke up, I forgot it. But the second one I saw was silver. It was gold, oh my God. Then silver, oh my God, also. Wake up. What the hell was gold? Have no idea. But I know I saw silver at $6. So do the math percentage-wise. If they both dumped around the same percent, gold could be $500, $600, $700 an ounce. And there's all these gold bugs all over Twitter, and gold, financial problem, and gold. And I'm going, if I didn't have these dreams, I'd be right there with you. Retweet, like, yeah, gold's going to skyrocket, $600 silver, cliff high, all this stuff. Not yet. I think we crashed first. And I didn't see that in the dream. I'm just thinking the paper market has to be destroyed again. They got to destroy everything. Then they'll build it back up, and that's when it maybe goes crazy. I don't know. I would find it hard to believe that we skyrocket way high first, and then it crashes to $6. Like, could you imagine $5 or $8 or $10,000 gold, and like again $600 silver, and then all of a sudden it goes to $6? Like, that doesn't make sense. The other way around makes sense. It crashes first, paper market's destroyed because that's what rigs it. Then the real price comes out because it's not rigged anymore. Holy shit, it's way high. That makes sense. In all these countries, we now need to back our currencies by this gold and silver, and since we all don't have that much combined, when you really think about it, we need high prices in order to float our debt, so to speak, or back our debt. That makes sense. So, point is, even at $6 silver and $600 or $700 an ounce gold, the amount of money, if I found a damn treasure, would be still pretty effing substantial, because it wouldn't be a little tiny stash. Although some of these are from the old guy Doc Noss out there in the mountains. He hid a bunch of his stuff before he got killed by his business partner. And again, a fascinating book if you want to read it, the trilogy. You just need the first one, you don't need all three. The Gold House. John something or another, I think, is the author. Fascinating, just an interesting book, really cool story, and kind of sad too, how it all ended. But government came in and effing stole it all essentially. And anyways, but he hid a lot of it before that all happened, because he kind of knew like it was probably going to happen, so he was taking as much as he could get out of there, and he got a lot out of there and hid it all over the place in different stash spots. And Spirit showed me one of his stash spots the other day, but I don't know where it is. It was just a little tiny scene of this is what it looks like. There's that, and I'm going, oh, okay, it could be anywhere. And then they gave me a little closer clue the next 2 days later in a satellite view. I woke up, I was wide awake behind my left eye. I saw the image. I just Google Earth, farmland. What the? Zoomed into one particular property, had key features. I immediately woke up and go, okay, I know what I saw. Let me kind of jot that down. And then look for it on Google Earth, and I found 2 properties that matched that. Both of them by the river, and I thought, well, that'd be probably one of the places anyone would hide something, by a river. It'd be easy. There's trees there. There's certain key things like, oh, you can't really, if the landscape changes, someone messes with their house or changes their driveway, like, no, the river is not really changing. So I thought that probably would be a good spot. Plus, some of what I saw in that initial drawing wasn't a river, but it had something to do with being close to a river. And I thought, okay. So I got that. And then a few days after that, I got the mother of all locations. They showed me exactly where to go, which road to take, how many miles to go on it. Starting point I had to figure out, but I figured it out. And to take that this many miles up this way, you look for this little feature over here, and there's something there. And I wasn't sure if it was Doc Noss's or not, but gotten a couple psychics involved, it appears to be a Spanish loot burial site, not Doc Noss. So it's probably not right on the surface, like you just dig down a little bit and there it is, like Doc Noss would have done. They hid this deeper, so it might be 6, 8, 10 feet down. I don't know, but I am quite certain they showed me exactly where to go, and they even told me when to go. The time of the year to go is this time. And I'm like, I knew it when the way they told me. It wasn't like, oh, I'll go in the fall. They had my son Ian was with me, and they were telling me, something with his age basically that was telling me, yeah, this is when you should go. So anyways, I had that dang money right now. I'd be like, dude, I got you covered. Life works. Let me wire you the money for this guy and his wife. Because, well, I'm starting to understand something. I gotta mention this. So I started getting like the 2 really good dreams about more pinpoint accuracy of where these 2 different locations are on the treasure stuff. Again, one I think is Doc Noss, the other one I think is Spanish, which he took stuff that was Spanish and re-hid it, but this is not him re-hiding the Spanish. This is like, I felt like this wasn't even him, but maybe it was, who knows. I just don't think so, the second one. So Julianne sends me this. She goes, I got a channeling for you that I'm gonna email you. So I wasn't even part of it. You know, she just, I got this for you. Here it is. So I'm reading it, and I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna read this part to you. Hang on a second. Yeah, on second thought, I don't know if I'm gonna read it verbatim. That section. I'll just tell you essentially what it said. We need you. This is before I got the real good downloads of like kind of close to pinpoint accuracy on the one, and definitely pinpoint accuracy on the other. And I read this channeling message, and it said essentially, they call me Joseph of the Snips. That's what they call me, Joseph of the Snips. You have basically a soul oath that you must keep, essentially. And we need you to reaffirm to us that you haven't wavered in this. And that is, we're ready to help you find the treasures. But we need you to reaffirm your oath that you will help the native tribes with some of that money. Now, I always thought I'll use the bulk of it if I need to when I find this stuff. And of course, I'm going to keep some. I got to keep a little bit. You know, I found some stuff. I can't just give it all away. I got to keep some. It's just, you know, it'd be cool. And I deserve it. You know, I went through a lot of shit for this stuff. And I got people helping me that need to keep some too, and, you know, etc. So, but we don't have to be greedy. And everybody that helps me, I let them know right up front. You do realize I get to choose everything that happens with this whole entire thing. Everything, every part of it is my decision, including what I decide to give or not give. Yep, we understand. You're going to get something for sure, and it will be making you happy. But, you know, if I have to give 90% away or 95% away and we only get to keep 5, believe me, that 5% is going to be pretty substantial anyways. So confirm that, reaffirm that, okay? And, you know, you can essentially use some of it too, like my stash or whatever, for your other tribe, for your tribe. And I kind of took that as, you know, maybe like my Patreon members somehow. And I'd already told them a long time ago, look, if I ever find something out there, I'm just gonna be, hey guys, post your you know, your such and such 3 crypto addresses in the comment section. I just feel like they'll need a little bonus today, you know. Don't ask why, just, you know. And I always thought, yeah, I would do that. You know, I found something, guys, because even though I'm trying to provide crypto information, dream information, all this stuff, back when I started my Patreon, I didn't have that ability, you know. So I'm like trying to do it other ways and whatever, and, you know, there's a lot of people that have stuck with me a long time, paying me every month, you know, for a long time. So I'm going, you know, if I did find something, I'm gonna make it rain on some people, you know, on my Patreon. You know, if they're, like I said it, if you're a member, when I find something, you're not gonna know I'm going out there. You're not gonna know I found something. So I'm not gonna come out in advance and go, hey, you should join my Patreon real quick so that I can give you money back all of a sudden. No. If you supported me all this damn time, you're a member of my Patreon. When I find something, you're gonna get a nice bonus. It's gonna be really cool. And typically in the form of crypto, you know, but it'll be pretty good, I think. So they had me reaffirm that. And then she said, and we need to make sure you take care of, meaning financially, your seedlings, meaning your kids, your seedlings, your seedlings, and your seedlings. Make sure you have enough wealth set up, stored, etc. And they're talking, and it wasn't like crypto, this stuff. It was like, when you find the treasures, and there's more than one, this is what you were to do. Number 1, reaffirm you're going to help those Indians. And it didn't say you got to use the bulk of it, by the way. That's me saying, if I have to do that, I will. I don't know how big some of these things are in there, but I've been told at least one of them is effing huge, that I won't even believe, you know, what I see if I ever get in this damn place. So, you know, and they're all over this mountain potentially in different spots. You know, and again, I'm trying to find them, but they're telling me we're ready to help you. Just, can you reconfirm your soul oath? And I go, yeah, no problem. And I'm thinking, yeah, absolutely. So that night, spoke to them. And, you know, one might say you prayed, you close your eyes and talk in your head, you know, however you want to say it. Spoke to them. I absolutely confirmed that. And by the way, I said, if you give me the sign in my dreams or however communicate with me that I have to give all of this up, and it's like, well, you know, you got your Patreon and you could use some of that money to pay for some of that labor and help, and we need all of it to go to the Indians. I'm going, it'd be kind of painful. But I was like, you know what? If you give me the sign that I have to do that, I'll do it. I just will. But that wasn't the sign. They're kind of affirm, no, you know, just affirm you're gonna help the Indians, you know, for sure, and then also take care of some other people. I go, okay, your other tribe, oh, okay, and your kids and your kids' kids, you know. So it was after this reaffirming, like quickly after that, really, I get these two dreams. One, Doc Now site, more pinpoint accuracy, and then this other one, which was almost dead nuts on, as far as I'm concerned. I haven't been there yet, but they told me when I could go. Like, there's a range of time that would be ideal for you to go out there, and here it is. You know, during this time of the year, essentially. And I'm going, oh, okay. So I'm ready to go. But I'm like, God, I wish I had it right now, because I could just, hey, you need 17K? I got you covered. So instead, I'm like, well, let me just go on YouTube and Patreon and just ask, guys, you know, if you can help this person. She's been suffering for a long time, kind of like my daughter. And remember, my daughter, we were in Tennessee in 2013, I think, for about 6 months. And I think that's when it happened. She got bit by a tick. We all did. And maybe that's how she got Lyme. So 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. We're talking 8 years. Didn't know she had it. You know, now of course that is also assuming she got it for sure in Tennessee. I mean, I don't know where else she would have got it. We don't typically have ticks down this far down in Florida. Maybe in the northern part, but not down here. You know, so anyways, long time, starting to affect her mental health. It was just a decline, a little more decline, you know, over the years. Just a little something new would happen. Oh gosh, you know, and now she's just doing great, unbelievable. You know, so if you can help this lady out, Kristen, you know, we would all appreciate it. I'm sure they would. Take care.